Just
so the White House position here, because we're at a point where you want the government reopened, that specific CR passed, you want the debt ceiling lifted, and the Republicans have a whole range of other demands that they've made or tried to make.
Which you could summarize as they want to keep the government closed.
Okay. So is this really just going to go on where you're going to sit back? You're going to sit back and wait for them to simply do exactly what you've asked for?
But here's the thing. We do not constitutionally, the President of the United States does not constitutionally have the power to pass a CR. He does not have the power.
Well, you have the power to negotiate with them and agree to, some tweaks here or there. I mean, you do have that power, don't you?
Door is open. We are willing to negotiate. The President has been willing to negotiate all year long.
Yeah, you said you're not going to negotiate.
Alexis, I just said, I thought, with great clarity and eloquence, that
and modesty.
That the President is willing to negotiate, has been willing to negotiate, as he just said, in a sandwich shop with Republicans, but not when they're threatening to keep the government shut down and to default on our obligations. And in return for doing the responsible thing, the President is asking nothing. He's asking for nothing from the Republicans. So if their position, which is what you're enunciating, is that it is a concession by Republicans to the American people to open the government and hundreds of thousands of people back to work, they ought to say so. If it is a concession by Republicans to not default, they ought to make that clear to the American people. I think that would be an astounding thing to say.
But the Speaker is saying that he wants some commitment on deficit reduction further in exchange for raising the debt ceiling. I understand you're opposed to any kind of negotiations on that. I mean, could we have a situation in the Cuban Missile Crisis ended with a secret deal to move some missiles out of Turkey 6 months after the Russians pulled the nukes out of Cuba? I mean, can you have some kind of an agreement that you'll act on that?
John Boehner is Khrushchev?
I don't know who's Khrushchev and who's Kennedy on this, but
I'm pretty sure who the president is.
There goes your Twitter feed, Jonathan.
But I mean, is there something they want something? I mean, Boehner. There have been a lot of unreasonable demands made. There's been a lot of, but Boehner's put forward.
They're making none.
But Boehner's put forth a proposition here that raising the debt ceiling, there should be some commitment to further deficit reduction.
The President made a commitment to further deficit reduction in the budget he submitted, in the offer he made.
So change CPI.
We'll agree to continue to talk, to have intense negotiations, as we have been willing to do all year, on our budget challenges. Once the Republicans open the government with no strings attached, pass a bill that has majority support, not just in the Senate but the House, has bipartisan support in the House, would be signed by the President in a heartbeat, and once they agree to just lift the debt ceiling, pay our bills, don't threaten to tank the American economy to get what you want. And some of them, including one Republican who said it on the record, don't even know what they want. They just want to. They just say they got to have something from this. We got to extract something out of this. I'm not even sure what it is," said one Republican, by name, on the record. Really?